Good morning, trappers. First semi-check day on the, well, it's actually the third area up north here, second one in a row. This will be our last area, our last property, unless something changes. But checked a few sets today, coyote sets, a couple coon sets, nothing. Got a 330 there that was all but that far in the water yesterday, so the bayou's dropped 3 or 4 inches, and here in a little bit it's going to bottom out pretty quick. But we'll chase the water. I had a slide rod in here yesterday, of course, with my indicator stick sticking up. It's gone, don't always mean anything. We'll step off in here and see if we got anything. Right. I'm not finding no trap anyway, no. But maybe we got something. If we do, it must have come from this side. And this is nothing. Used to be big flooded timber, but they've already started draining it. But let's see first. Feels like we got some weight. Yeah, I got a nice beaver. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Yeah, he must have definitely come from this direction. And there wasn't no tracks on any crossover. Again, full foot catch on that TS-85. Probably, a decent sized sow. Not huge, but good 3-year-old or so anyway. We'll take her. Move this all down. And all this was just a blind crossover set. I knew there was beaver using it. You got the old caster mounds, a couple of them around. Get this here remade. That's definitely wants one out of here. Them old pregnant sows. Water's not that deep here, but there's a little pocket right in front of this gate. That works pretty good. Gonna move it over here this time. Not a ton of beaver sign on this property, more than the last property. This owner here did buy some more since last year. I didn't go over and look at it yesterday. It says mostly filled with a little corner of a bayou. So I don't think it'll be nothing too exciting. There we go. And then find me a indicator stick here. Get on the trap side of the rod. Put that in there. Alrighty. Get that old girl loaded up and head on down the line. Got a lot of checking to do and a lot more setting to do. Got a double on something. Definitely got a big old coyote. And what is that up there? A big old coon. Alright. I'd rather have a double on the old yotes. Let me check his foot right quick. Yeah, I can get him out of there pretty quick. But got a coon there and a coyote set. Goes a bunch of deer running out down there. Bunch of them. At least 10. But anyway, got a coon there. That was in a coyote set with gland lure. And this here guy was caught on bait. Some of my bait I make. Gonna talk to us a little bit. The way I usually set them up, I try so I can remember them. I do bait first, gland lure second. Why? It's alphabetical. Anyway, we'll get him snared up and into the cage and get these remade. Alright, I'm gonna do a little set location here. Simple, nothing too dramatic, but gonna explain one thing I'm not gonna do. There's a stake from probably last year. Anyway, you got the channel here going to the big channel over there. You can see some things have been coming up right here. They got a decent little notch coming right up through here. Looks like they turning this way, heading down there. Definitely some otter. Here's some otter scat right here. Some more, well, big roll over there. A little pile of it there. Anyway, yeah, coming over. Got a good notch here. They're going down. Or sliding right into the water. But like I say, not a ton of sign here. Got another pipe down there, same thing, the ditch continues on. That's actually a road they got going across over there. So with the, say, lack of sign, instead of, you normally set a 330 there, foothold here, and another one there, I'm probably just going to put a foothold in on this here set right here, the pull out, and then the one down there. I was down there yesterday checking everything out. So anyway, we'll get a foothold here on a slide rod and another foothold down there on a slide rod. One reason I'm not setting this, it's a little wide right now, and I can narrow that down easy enough. But when this drops out, it's going to be 5 foot wide. It's just a lot easier to kind of keep with the footholds. At that time, I may put a foothold in here if I start picking up some stuff. But I just don't see enough evidence of enough critters warranting burning 3 or 4 traps here. So we'll burn 2. All right, trapper. Here's my little honey hole from last year. First year I trapped this. This was the new part that this guy had bought. He bought another new part this past summer. I haven't even set up yet, but I don't think it's going to be much. Mostly field and bayou. Anyway, I had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets here yesterday. I'm going to put a couple more in today, but show you how it went real fast. Empty bucket cubby right here. Possum right there. Got a 220 and a trail crossover, and then you can make him out down there. Got a raccoon in there. I'm going to set 2 330s on each side of this tube, because that's the main crossing is going over here, but there is an otter sign coming up out of there, so we'll set both of them up. And down here at the head of the trail, a 330 there, nothing. Then on down here, this one, I can see it now, have a caster mound set there, nothing. They got the old dam here, kind of blowed out, but surely have some beaver around somewhere. Then back here, I put in a double DP set, and they got a possum. Don't look not too happy, and another coon. So 4 out of 6. I guess that isn't bad. I'm going to put in them 2 sets up there, and then go up on top of the hump where all the fields come together and put in a couple coyote sets. Get this done, go on down the line. We are on one of my favorite places. You got the swamp right here. Nice big cypress trees, get swamp, got the edge going all the way down along there. And you see you got the heavy woolly stuff going right along here. Got this little open. Now last year they kept this mowed. And last year we put a bucket right here, caught some possums, but we caught a cat. Today, the bucket ain't been moved much, but we do have a possum. So cleaning out the possums. First check day, kind of to be expected. We'll get that remade, and hopefully kitty cat will come through the next day or 2. Seen this yesterday when I was out making my rounds. Had a muskrat run here. Works all 3 different ways, but it has a long trench, it seems like, all the way up to the actual house. Yes. Or the house, the bank dam, excuse me. Right there's the hole to it. Now yesterday when I stuck my foot in here, there was a turtle in it. I'm thinking it's a colony trap. Get this mash down a little bit wider. What we got? We got some stubble down in there. Beaver stick floating there. There's actually beaver on the other side. Check my doors. Get that down in there on the bottom. Make sure it didn't mess my doors up. A little stick over it. Right, maybe tomorrow we have some muskrats.